Battle of the Band.
I'm taking up the whole back seat.
Fuck. Nuggets.
Roll for puke.
I'm just a bitch.
I've been farting in there the whole time. Can we do a check on if Jake looks good?
We are boned. He's gonna ruin the tour.
It's free.
I kick
Jordie
Jordie a lot.
ignite this.
I kick her a lot. Hey, welcome to the first installment of the Qrpg. Qbomb is here, and we're going to be playing through a campaign specially designed to fit in the Qbomb Hyperpunk lore. We're also going to be drawing as we're playing, as we are filled to the brim with artists. It's going to be a fun thing for us to do. It's going to be a fun thing for all the fans. You're finally going to get a taste of that juicy Qbomb lore. Introducing our GM, David. Tell us about the game.
Well, hello. I am David. I'm going to be your disaster master for the evening, and tonight we are going to be running through the world of distortion, specially brewed up for Qbomb. Eons ago, a cataclysmic event known as the Shredding destroyed the entire world. Its cause remains a mystery, with only a handful of lorebarians possessing even fragments of knowledge about the origins of the apocalypse. The world, now called Distortion, is a realm ruled by survivors. Its landscape has been violently transformed, the planet's very core erupting from the surface like fractured bones tearing through flesh. This new reality is a calcified wasteland of obsidian dusts, monsters, debris, and adventurers. But amidst this entire desolation, there's one stubborn, plucky band that is going to carve out themselves.
Is it us?
No, actually.
Who is it?
It's
Fuck.
you two. It's you two,
Oh.
unfortunately. They survived.
They always keep coming.
Wow.
Bono,
you made
The
it.
Edge. Yeah.
Underrated band.
Really kind of under the radar.
I'm interested too.
I never heard of him.
We will do a bit of character introductions then, and then I will take you into the action. Why don't we start with what's on my Zoom screen here? I've got Izzy.
I am the front man of Qbomb, and I am also Ninja Knight character that carries a Scream Saber. It is a sword that is powered by my screams. It can act as a light sword or a two-handed sword if I scream really loudly. I will give an example. And that will be very painful on my voice as we do this. I'm a little scoundrel, you know. I'm doing my best to lead the team, but I'm a bit of a son of a bitch, you know. And I'm sure that we're gonna get into some antics. So, not some antics, some antics.
Got Ari next on my screen.
I'm Ari Atomic of the Raccoon People. I am a human, but I think that I'm a raccoon because I was raised by a family of raccoons in the Eternal Scrapyard. A war had broken out many moons ago and wiped out my people, or so I think, and I was forever banished from the Eternal Scrapyard until I came across these hooligans. I am a bit of like a druid, shapeshifter, master of trash, if you will. Mixed with like a rogue scoundrel, a raccoon, if you will.
Raccoons are kind of like little sons of bitches, you know?
Yeah, I think so. You just want
This
trash.
is the semantics part.
Yes,
Shit.
some
I said we wouldn't do
antics.
semantics. Sorry. Okay.
My weapon of choice is the Scrapcaster guitar. Of course, it is shapen after a broken down nuclear waste sign that has barbed wire strung strings, and I could use that as just a blunt object to smack people with. And I also have the ability to control trash with my said Scrapcaster.
Next up on the list, we have got Jordie.
I'm Jordie Lala, as these guys are sons of bitches. I'm just a bitch. From the clan of Flame Law, because I have some flame powers. My homeland is the volcanic mountain bass, but it's spelled B-A-S-S like a bass guitar because I play bass. I'm a human.
Ram got it.
What are those?
Jake doesn't know what a human is. I am fleet of foot. I'm right now. She's a bit of a glass cannon that gets angry sometimes and shoots flames.
Just like you in real life. So
Just like me in real life. You know. She's got some metal shoes that also act as makeshift flame skates. You can like shoot some rockets out of those. They're metal tipped, so very roller derby-esque.
Next up, I have got Sam.
I am Gamma Sam, a half-werewolf human from the green sludge radioactive docks. I'm a mutant person. Qbomb just swung by and I started tagging along. My character is a berserker martial artist, armor master. My weapon of choice is powerful claws, but I do have a bat staff. It's a transforming weapon, so we're going to see what happens with that later.
We now have Rem.
I am Rem, and I'm playing the character Rem, Mononym. I come from the Dryland Nomads, which comes from part of the world that used to be the bottom of the ocean and is now just a great big dry expanse. If I'm allowed to metagame a little bit, I'm a bit of a healer-tank combo. I like to get in the way of problems and try to take as much damage as possible for people while keeping people alive. I walk around with a big stupid base. Think like the Dragon Slayer, you know, but just a big stupid base.
And last and least, unfortunately, it's Jacob.
Tonight, the performance of Qrpg will be performed by Jacob Aaron Strick in the role of Jake Easy. My character
That's the loudest piece of paper I've ever heard.
Growing up in the wilds, joining caravans of different artists, musicians living in the outskirts of what settlements remain in distortion, learning to survive on mere scraps, was given a keyboard crossbow. It was both his trade as a musician and also like how to get the hell out of, a place in a jiffy. So ranged weaponry is his thing. Kind of a thief, but prefers the outdoors to being, confined in a dungeon.
And that, folks, is the Qrpg crew right there. So tonight we're going to be playing not your traditional 5th edition Dungeons & Dragons. We are going to be playing Tiny Dungeon, which is a system written by Alan Barr, powered by the Tiny D6. So basically, for those of you following along at home, we're just using 2d6. If I test, I need you to jump over the wall. You would roll 2d6. One or both of those show a 5 or a 6. You have succeeded. So rather than adding up the numbers, we're just quickly looking at them and saying, oh, I see a 5, we're good to go. Let us begin. I'm going to set the scene here. Across the vast waste, the silhouette of a scrappy vehicle kicks up dust against a backdrop, crackling pink black clouds. Pursuing it, a behemoth truck. Lightning cracks from the boiling sky as our eye is drawn towards the driver's seat of the pursued vehicle. It's Qbomb! A ragtag group of adventurers and glory seekers cling to the inside of their Qmobile, rattling, not a seatbelt in sight. At the wheel is who is driving this car?
Who is usually driving? It's
Ari or
probably
Jordie?
Yeah.
Probably Ari.
At the wheel is Ari. Your fists are clinging tightly to fight for control against the very terrain itself. You almost have like a leg up against the clutch. This is a desperate pursuit. In the passenger seat is Izzy. Izzy, what are you doing right now to kind of brace yourself as you guys are being pursued? It is jostling. I don't think seatbelts just come in cars anymore.
No seatbelts.
Yeah.
There's no S&P here. Not a seatbelt to be seen. Standards and practices.
Finally.
I am leaning out of the window. Just like fucking feeling wind.
You
whipping.
feel like as you're leaning out, wind whipping against your hair, you hear a bullet pass your ear, but you crave adventure and thrill. In the back seat of the car, we've got the rest of the crew. Can you describe your situation in the back seat of this Qmobile, which I'm imagining is kind of like a mystery van situation, but what do you guys think? What's the Qmobile look like?
The Qmobile is a boxy, cute little, think like K-truck from Japan. It's got little round lights. It is barely being held together. I'm talking like duct tape, rivets drawn on, not actually there.
It's like the
it's effective if we believe in it.
Yeah, there's 2 tires, and then the other things that we're using as wheels are just like broken speakers. Like, it is the most put together thing, but god damn it, do we love our little baby.
I'm taking up the whole back seat.
Gamma Sam, just in the back with his bag head, just sitting there. Pajama Sam.
Pajama Sam.
I'm probably right behind the driver with my head in a trash bag, trying not to bark.
I got my hands up like I'm holding a decorative table from a Sky Mall catalog. I'm just like ceiling and floor, just braced in.
Your wheel lifts up on the side. You
Oh,
hit
shit.
a rock. and you guys are just careening now. You're hanging on the left wheel. You pull back, bam, slam yourself back down.
I yell at everybody, left, and then everyone slams their body against the left, and it brings us back down.
Brings you right back down. Right in the nick of time as you quickly turn again as this wall of obsidian flashes by you, just avoiding it just in time.
I check my reflection.
You look good for like that couple
Can
of
we do a
seconds.
check? Can we do a check on if Jake looks good?
Okay, you know what? Welcome to our first test of the evening. We're going to do this test. You can roll
see if Jake's looking
2d6 right now to
Okay.
see if you are successful. If you roll a 5 or a 6 on either die, you are successful.
All right, here we go. I got a 6 and a 1.
Then you are successful.
Did a little flip.
Yeah, you see the glimmer. You look pretty good. You know, you're looking pretty good. And as that happens, bullets rip through your reflection, destroying the obsidian on the side, shrapnel kind of billowing in from the right side of the car. Ari, you just feel this shrapnel just kind of hit your face. Fortunately, nothing too damaging, but some scratches, of course. No damage, but just, it's not pleasant. No, there's no way you're checking reflection after that, unfortunately.
Then we're in serious trouble, guys.
We are boned. As you guys are pulling out of kind of this obsidian cavern, you hear this big whirring sound in addition to the bestial sounding roar of the engine behind you, of the pursuant. And then you hear a boom, 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 thwack! This giant grappling hook purges right through the back of your car, and the clamps expand, and then suddenly you guys are lurched forward as you are being now hauled backwards. The truck is much more massive than the tiny little Qmobile, and you are quickly brought to a halt.
I think I would immediately puke.
This might be important, but there's also Bucky beaver nuggets everywhere in the.
No.
That's what you're puking
As
at.
you are pushed forward, these beaver nuggets just fly against the windshield.
No!
Anybody that is not
Fireflies.
well braced is also flying forward just a little bit.
Fuck my nuggets.
The wind down of your amplifier matrix engine starts to make a concerning whirring noise. This is the only extremely valuable part of your car. This thing makes your car rip. You are now dead in the water, being pursued by some sort of bandit. You hear this kind of crackling, loud sound as the speaker turns on, and you hear this kind of booming, menacing voice. Out of the car! Weapons on the dirt or we blow it up! You can either live and brave the wastes, or die and we pick up the scraps. Choice is yours. This is a massive black metal truck that is loaded with a grappling hook, machine guns, some sort of like arsenal of explosives. It is loaded to bear to steal, plunder, and do it very effectively and very quickly.
Hey guys, shit's bad. I'm gonna relay that.
Can somebody skip to the next track on the radio? I don't like this song.
Can we challenge them to like a sing-off or something?
You are welcome to try.
You know what? I'm feeling
there.
good. Check this out. Oh, I think I can do it.
Izzy, sing them off.
We're gonna start our first battle of the bands.
That's great. Unfortunately, you don't see an instrument in sight on them.
Ah,
Shit. Can I just kill them? Can I just shoot them?
You can try.
Do we know who they are?
No?
No, we don't. We're not asking questions.
Is it Bono?
Is it you two?
For all you know, it could be.
Oh
They're
man, if
behind
it's you
well-plated,
I've always wanted their
bulletproof
autograph.
glass.
I scream back at them. The fuck you want?
You hear the loudspeaker kind of tin on again. We want your car. And that's it.
Oh, but your car is so much bigger.
And then I yell back, "What?
Your car.
they want our bar?
You want our bar? We don't have a bar."
You hear the cocking of a gun.
We should go out there and correct them.
I slide the door open.
Weapons on the floor or we blow you up.
I'm gonna try to negotiate. I exit the van, hands up, like this. We don't have a bar.
You hear the gunshot as in front of you the sand explodes.
Oh my
Okay.
god, they're a bad shot, too.
I start turning.
they
I
hate
turn
the
around and I
sand so
start walking back inside the car. I get back in the car and I say, "Guys, we need to figure out what we're gonna do here. I've run out of options. I've tried everything. I have. What if we try to play them a song and see if they like it? maybe they will, follow us on Spotify.
You're welcome to
Qbomb.
try. Spotify doesn't exist anymore, unfortunately.
Thank God.
Shit.
Okay. What
This
about
episode is sponsored by Spotify.
By
don't give them that.
Deezer.
By
Yeah. What about
Deezer.
Tidal? Is Tidal still around?
The internet, as you know it, doesn't quite exist anymore.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah, I know, it's fucking free.
It's more of an oral history
There's
kind
one
of
beautiful
situation.
bastion that is owned by the Lorbarians that is just a server of Club Penguin. And that is
Good. Okay.
Oh,
Can
as it
can we
should
get on
be.
Club Penguin. Can we like have
They're all
some
good
songs in
questions.
Club Penguin?
yes, if you're successful in your adventures.
All right. Okay,
and you become
okay.
famous.
Okay.
As the DM,
Shit.
you are still in the intro cutscene. If you just let things proceed naturally.
Look,
we
we're
should.
problem solvers. And
Why don't we-
I think we should get out of the car.
So yeah, Jordan just grew up. Let's get out of the
And
car.
basically, the clown car of Qbomb is emerged. The bandits exit their vehicle, heavily armed, once they are sure that you have put down your weapons.
Well, that's no fair.
It isn't fair, because what they do next is rob you.
Whoa,
It's-
whoa.
I know. People do that. It's crazy. And they tie you up, and they take all your weapons, and they put them in a crate far away from you. Then the leader of the bandits walks up to you. He is a hulking behemoth of a man. He has this rippling black beard that has this like smoke coming out of it.
Oh my God.
He has
Bono. Jordan.
oh no, he's hot. He wears these big yellow goggles, and laced in his beard are nuts and bolts, and various ends of the bolts are like set on fire, kind of like Blackbeard almost.
Sick.
He just smells like grease. And in his hand, he has this two-handed pipe wrench, and between the two ends of the claws, it's crackling electricity, and with each step is just this thunderous movement of at least 300 pounds.
He is kind of hot.
And he drags this thing on the ground, his wrench.
So there's like a weird thing with the key where you gotta jostle it a little bit before the engine starts.
Are you handing him the car keys?
Yeah.
This hand that is the size of your head
Mhm.
kind of reaches for the keys and then daintily picks them up from you. They
I start
just,
sweating.
Thank you for your cooperation. Today, I'm feeling generous. Consider it a gift. Me leaving you in the wastes here and not killing you. You're welcome. Boys, wrap it up! He kind of has them, like, pull your car back in, and then they kind of hitch it to the back of their truck. Once they are all situated, he hops in and kind of looks at you and just kind of leaves you tied up. But he leaves your weapons next to you, and he says, good luck out there. You're gonna need it. Let's go, boys! Honk! Honk! And they take off, leaving you with, fortunately, your weapons and your personal effects, but you are down a Qmobile.
Can I yell at them from a distance? I've been farting in there the whole time.
That car still goes.
Well, that was humiliating. I wish they
Well-
had killed us.
So you are all right now tied up in the middle of the wastes. Around you is just this kind of really harsh black and gray and sparkling bits of purple sand. These big pillars of obsidian kind of jut out of the ground, and you have just lost the Qmobile. And I need to emphasize how important that amplifier matrix is. That is what powers your band. You need to get that thing back. You guys earned it at a high cost, and you'll be damned if you don't get that thing back.
We should get
It's
out of
gonna
this. We
it's
should get
gonna
out
ruin
of
the
this.
tour.
It's gonna ruin the tour.
Jordie,
Yeah?
you got any sparks? Get us out of this here hogtie?
I think I'm too sad to do anything sparkly.
Oh my God.
Just too sad to do
can
anything.
Can I try to use my claws?
Oh,
Yeah, absolutely. Let's go ahead and roll a test then.
Is that 1 and a 1?
What?
This is tighter
What
than
is
I
your
thought.
reason for failure?
Didn't clip your nails correctly. You got the hangnail.
And your own-
Thank you.
I think I gotta get Jordan fired up. Jordan, in this future, Paramore is dead, and they will never play again.
No! I only saw them twice.
How does that get her
Oh, no,
fired up?
Get mad.
I'm so sad now.
Damn it, it's
I think you made it
backfiring.
worse.
I kick Jordie.
That's free.
I can
Alright.
keep. Okay, it's free. I keep kicking Jordie. I
If
kick
you
Jordie
do
a
it
lot.
non-lethally, it's free.
I kick
Jordie,
Jordie a
ignite
lot.
this.
I kick her a lot.
Okay, I want to burn up and then affect burning our ties or whatever.
Okay, cool. Yeah, roll an attack against Izzy.
Okay,
What?
let me find.
Why am I being burned?
You got a 4 and a 2. So unfortunately,
No. You didn't make me mad enough.
that was unsuccessful. And Gene, your hands get burnt, but not enough to like physically attack your life force.
Yeah.
They are really hurting, and you're quickly writhing around. And then you notice your hands are free.
How I planned it the whole time. Fight!
It's all coming together, baby.
That's why I love you guys.
And then I kicked Gene.
No, that's not free.
Do it
actually.
lethally.
Free. It's
No,
free.
that's not a free.
It's free.
action.
It's free.
free.
It's free.
No.
Okay, well, here's the thing. If he's
Hey.
resisting, then you do have
It's
to
free.
attack.
What?
But you could go for lethal damage. Like, you could try and hurt his life force directly if you wanted to.
You can try. You can fucking try.
I'm gonna save it for later.
All right. Well, nobody's hurt then. Just your egos and your pride, as you are now left in the wastes of distortion with not but the clothes on your back and, fortunately, the weapons. They were kind enough to leave you. The wastes are a hard place to be, and even bandits have some sort of honor sometimes, though it was remarkable that they even left it for you.
He was hot.
It was real hot of him.
Are there tracks of the car left?
Yes, there are.
Oh!
Smarty.
I look at those tracks and I start doing the math in my head, and it's like, you know, the equations start flying around. I'm like, yes. And then I realize, oh damn, my beaver nuggets. And then I just start,
Ah, dude.
and then I start using the scent of beaver nuggets instead. I don't even look at these tracks.
Yeah, you are well attuned to the scent of beaver nuggets.
Yes,
I
they
won't
were
even
from the
have you-
before times.
I won't have you roll for that because of your raccoon training. This is something that you would just have honed in. This isn't a skill check. This is just something inherent to you.
Yes. They're so fucking sweet.
And, well, weirdly, they seem to go where the tracks are going.
That's so
it's strange.
coincidental. It's weird.
It's weird.
Well, gang, we're gonna follow these tracks.
Follow Ari's name.
No, we're gonna follow the scent of beaver nuggets here. What are you talking
All
about?
right, everyone, climb on Sam.
Yeah. Everybody plan B. We all jump on Sam.
And we go off on our adventure. That's
So-
chapter 1.
You hop onto... Are you actually doing this? Are you hopping on Sam? Or are you guys...
Yeah.
I think we should hop
Maybe
on
about
Sam.
2.5 of us could do
All
it.
right.
Sam, are you consenting to this?
Yeah, sure.
All right.
Sounds like he wants to do it.
You got them. You're strong. You guys kind of form a 3 goblins in a trench coat situation here on top of Sam, but you know it's 5 of you. Unless you want to run alongside him, Sam begins to follow the tracks, guided by the wise nose of Atomic. Actually, do they go by Ari Atomic or do they go by Atomic? What do they like to go by?
Atomic's fine.
Okay, guided by the wise nose of Atomic, the miles stretch on and on. It's hard to remember how long you've been running. At some point, at the kind of end of exhaustion, you've been running for 4 or 5 hours, a Herculean effort of strength. You are finally kind of tired, and you need to take a break.
Poor little guy.
Poor little guy.
You hungry? You cranky? You need to fart?
Give me some of that Sam soup that he makes all the time.
I could forage for food. I have some survivalist skills.
Sure, if you would like to forage, you kind of get a lay of the land of where you have kind of sat down for the moment.
Yeah, what shithole is this?
It is still the barren waste, but you are still on track. Fortunately, these bandits didn't expect or try to cover their tracks and didn't expect you to follow them. So they have been pretty easy to trail thus far. And also with your killer nose that knows, you have been able to follow that scent. It's very distinct in the acrid and foul-smelling lands of distortion. Around you is more dried sand and water-parched desert. There are, however, in front of you, you can just barely make it out beyond kind of the fog and smoke. There is some hills, and we'll say it's to your north.
Gang, should we travel towards these hills?
I like hills.
Gives
Wait,
us
do we
an
rest?
advantage
I'm kind of
because we're
tired.
tall.
I'm kind of tired.
Why would he be
Ari,
tired?
do you need some food? Are you hungry, Sam?
Yeah, I think we got it. We beat. Are we?
You are beat. Everybody else is doing okay.
Just me.
It was a 5-hour car ride for them.
Okay, I have in my inventory, I have a single bag of honey roasted cashews that I would be happy to give up if you think that would help you.
I will say that
replenish your
if he
energy.
does not eat and you go forth on your adventure, he will start taking a point of his
You gotta eat
rolls
these
will be
cashews. You
worse.
gotta eat my nuts, bro.
Okay. I take the nuts and I stick them up onto the
Eat
box.
Izzy's nuts.
You consume Izzy's nuts, and Izzy's nuts give you strength.
Roll for Ligma.
Who the hell is Steve Jobs? You have bodies that are more adapted for wasteland, and though those of us in more comfortable living situations here in this world would maybe not thrive off of just a bag of peanuts, you are able to make that go longer.
First of all, cashews. Second of all, these are very good cashews. These are cashews
These are
that
quality.
will bring you back to life.
These probably have more nutrients than your normal food that you guys eat here in the Waste, so it is kind of like a power meal.
Sensu cashews?
Your mouth is very dry though, but you do feel better. You housed a bag of Gene's nuts and
Gesundheit.
thank you. So are you guys venturing towards them hills?
Absolutely.
All right.
I want to know what's
All right.
going on around.
Hey Ari, use your stupid nose. Use your trash nose.
To
What are you?
what?
What are you smelling? Are you
I
smelling
mean,
anything weird?
does the scent
Oh,
scent
wait.
go there?
Yeah, Jordie.
Yes,
I'm
Jordie.
like a marksman and perceptive. Can I do like a look check of our surroundings?
Yeah, go ahead and roll a 2d6 test to see how much you can articulate through the fog and the mist and mire.
Let's see what I see. 4 and a 3.
The nature of the waste themselves and the mist makes it very difficult to even the most trained eye to see through them. And you can make out the shape and silhouette of hills, but not much more just due to light being behind them.
What do the hills look like? What do they resemble?
Sound amazing.
Yeah, that's good. Nice, very funny,
Nice.
topical. They resemble the shape of hills, really. They're not really remarkable.
Boob-like, triangle-like? Like, what are we talking?
You know the San Clemente
Oh,
boob hills
okay,
when
say
you
no
drive
more.
to San Diego? I think it's San Clemente. You know the
Yeah,
ones I'm
yeah,
talking
no.
about.
Say no
Yeah.
more.
I should call her.
Should
Yeah, those bad boys.
Let's
But
head
no,
towards
it's
those,
more of like
boobs.
we're talking like rolling hills, occasionally punctuated by the crag of obsidian. Pretty standard fare for the Waste, but the fact that there are these market hills is a good sign for potentially shelter. You also notice that the tracks are headed that direction.
Well, we have to go that way then.
Let's go. All right, we're gonna hop back on Sam's back, and we're gonna go towards the.
Are those nuts good? Are those nuts?
Carefully.
Yeah.
If they're in the hills, we could have advantage.
Amber.
That's true.
Okay.
With the strength of Gene's nuts, of Izzy's nuts, you again have them mount your back, and you are off like a majestic steed. Fortunately, it is not another 5-hour trek to the hills, but it is more distance than you thought. These hills are not hills. As you get closer to them, it is more like they are a mountain. And this mountain has a sheer cliffside. You begin to pull up to it, and when you are about 500 meters away, you are finally able to make out something. The tracks begin to curve, and you see a large behemoth of a truck parked at the base of these hills, and at its back is the Qmobile.
You did it, Ari.
My beaver
Okay,
nuggets.
everybody, shut up.
Can I sneak up to our van and see if I can steal it?
Sure, this is 500 meters away, so you'll need to kind of close some distance here. But
That is-
as
okay.
you take a stealthy approach, and once you're about within, we'll say 50 feet or so, you're able to kind of make out the situation. You stealth up to it, but there is no one to stealth to, and you notice the salvaging has already begun. The front hood of
No.
the Qmobile has been ripped asunder, and the amplifier matrix has been ripped out of it.
Are there
Can
any
I-
signs of the people around?
I was gonna say, okay, hold on. I am gonna look around sneakily for the nugget.
The beaver nuggets. There has been like a distinct kind of trail as you've gotten closer, as the beaver nuggets have kind of like been jostled around, and you are able to see that they are not looted the beaver nuggets. They are still in the car.
Oh my
Most
God.
of the Qmobile is pretty intact. They seem really just interested in the amplifier matrix, though you're not sure if they're going to come back later and scrap the rest. As you sneak around too, you don't see anybody here. You do notice that the behemoth vehicle is locked up tight, and it seems to have a very advanced startup sequence. Think Mad Max, right? You've kind of seen these things before on your adventures. There could be numerous levels of booby traps on this thing. They wouldn't just park it out there if they weren't sure they could do it.
Izzy's the only one near it, right?
At this point,
Yeah,
unless
yeah.
you guys have decided to also sneak up.
Yeah,
or
You
he's
guys
flagged
sneaky. You're sneaky too,
Is
Ari,
it
right?
is it clear?
Clear, clear, clear. As it echoes across the ways.
Screaming that.
All right, let's go, guys.
The rest of the gang meets up with you.
All right, I go straight for the beaver nuggets. I rip them open and I eat all of them at once.
Oh, come on!
They can't have them.
We talked
I almost
about
lost them.
self-control.
How's your tummy feel?
No, what this does.
Can I roll for that?
You can roll for tummy.
All right.
Do you have a strong tummy, I'm assuming?
I'd say a pretty strong tummy.
3d6 then.
You probably eat a
Yeah.
lot of trash.
Yeah, you're
I
a
eat a lot of
raccoon.
trash. I go for the plastic first because that's the best. And then I
Yeah,
eat.
you gotta
Advantage
pad,
on
you gotta
Tommy's
pad that
stomach.
stomach.
All right, that's 1 6, a 3, and
You've
a
already
5.
succeeded.
All right,
If you,
cool.
Yeah,
Your
you
tummy
eat
feels
that
great.
trash.
Yeah. I feel
and your
better,
tummy feels
actually.
great, actually.
You actually have more health now.
Sometimes trash is better.
God, I
Sometimes
love
trash is better.
microplastics. I love macroplastics. That's what it is.
Yeah. We gotta up these plastics.
Is that
So-
just eating like an action figure?
Yeah.
I think so. You just eat Buzz Lightyear. So as
okay.
you kind of reconvene, you get a look at the hills. And the cars, I should say, are parked adjacent to... First, you don't see it, but you hear it. You hear this echoing kind of coming from the hills as you guys are discussing, and you hear the housing of beaver nuggets being eaten. You hear this, like, reverberation of plastic and chewing coming from the hills. And at first, you're like, it's probably because it's a flat surface, but then you notice it's a deep echo. And you pay closer attention, and there, as the sand is kicked up, it is sucked into a cavern as the pressure changes in the cliffside. And you notice there is a large opening that is in equal darkness to the cliffside itself.
We need our
on.
amp.
Hold on.
I want to go in there.
Ari needs to finish his nugget.
I already finished them.
Are you done?
No, that was Sam.
Oh, dude, yeah, I hounded these things.
Okay.
Yeah, it was like a
no.
second.
Okay. Yeah, we can go in the cave.
Last episode.
Giving a dog a piece of cheese.
As you step foot in this cave, and everybody try and just stay together for the time being until
Yeah.
we move around, because it will reveal stuff on the map. The reverb of your footsteps begin to echo off the damp cave walls. Your initial feeling, just through sound alone, is that the cave itself is somewhat closer. It's not a huge cavern, but really a series of tunnels as far as you can tell. You also notice on the ground that this area is trodden. There is a man-made path here with distinct footsteps, but it is dark. There is no lights to be seen in this cavern. You will have to navigate with the light that you carry with you alone. So something like the Scream Saber could be emitting light. Jordie's fire powers. Okay, so we've got a torch here. Jordie's got a torch, and they are the only source of light at this point, unless y'all have some sort of...
Power of friendship. Oh no, that was a 1.
Does the survival kit have anything in it?
Yeah, it would probably have something like that. I would say that a survival kit in the Wastelands would have, like, flint tinder, and then a means to make a torch, or like a hand crank flashlight, kind of a shitty one.
I mean, if we got Jordan's silly little fire powers, then
Silly. Oh, man.
Kill you, man. My fire got bigger.
trying to get her mad.
Yeah.
Your
Yeah,
your
can you say that in
hands
character?
instinctively burn.
You just have to, be generally
It's like,
angry,
hey,
not like pissed.
Jordie, use your dumb little fire powers to light this
Kill
cave
you,
up.
man. I'll kill you.
All right, we can see now.
All right, Jordie, you will lead the charge here since you are carrying light.
I'm scared of the dark.
That's okay.
I will be in front, but you're kind of like.
Oh, why am I...
Gonna like
Despawning
hide
the
behind your shoulder, but like hold the.
I swear there was a dungeon master here. So...
Where'd he go?
You just hear a cutout reverb of disappear.
All right. So do we move forward in the cave now?
Keep going. We gotta
you
get
can't.
our,
Let
amplifier
Jordie
back.
lead the charge.
Follow me.
Oh, we're
Follow
like-
me.
This
On
is so
the
Scooby-Doo.
I really hope we can get this in the actual
Wait,
video.
wait, stop!
Oh.
There's a fork in the road.
Oh yes, there
Oh,
is.
no.
I'll
go right.
Well, hold on. We only have one source of flame.
I will
Yeah.
say that the map is also just a means to,
Oh, all right. It's a dead end.
Okay, Ari cleared it out. All right,
Alright,
we're going left.
It's a dead end, but let's
Probably
keep in
ate all
mind,
the nugs.
before we go much further,
Oh,
that
okay.
this
Yeah.
is not a video game. This is just a means to express
That's fair.
what is happening. So when you're going through this, remember that this is a living world. You can interact with everything in it, not just like a video game. So keep that in mind as we
Can I
are
lick the wall?
going through. Pretend you are in the cave.
What does the wall
Dave,
taste like?
Did you want to
Do you lick the wall?
Can I lick it?
Yeah, I can't stop you.
Okay.
What is Jordan doing to this wall? Or Jordie's doing to this wall? Jordan's not here. What is Jordie doing to this wall?
Oh, she's a little hungry and she's a little jealous of those nuts and the wall's nice and salty.
I offered to forage. Lick away.
That's crazy because I'm stuffed.
The inner goat in you is satisfied as the walls are a combination of mud, salt, and kind of the cool sensation of if you've ever had the desire to taste a rock, that's what it tastes like, and I can say I know what that tastes like.
I know
So
what that
there you go.
High in minerals.
High in minerals, probably a little
Off my hand.
calcium-y.
Not disappointed. All right, I'm glad I licked the wall.
All right, good.
It's
We
not
already did that.
satiating, but like the part of you that craves the mineral is like,
Okay.
I like this.
I'm gonna give a holler into the cave, like, is anybody in there?
There. I should say that echo is probably not as accurate. It's probably more of a closer bounce.
Right.
And no response is yielded.
Do we hear
All right.
anything? Like, do we hear the sounds of our amp or any sort of noise?
You haven't taken a moment to listen to anything other than what you initially heard.
Okay, who's got the best like ears?
Me.
Okay,
Awesome.
Sam.
Half werewolf.
Do you hear anything? Everyone, shut up! Everyone, shut the fuck up with the.
Shut up!
Case licking,
I take a listen.
licking.
Go ahead and roll a perception test.
2d6, yeah?
Yep. If you see a 5 or a 6, you did it.
6 total.
Great. Oh wait, 6 total. So you saw a 5 and a 1.
A 4 and a 2.
Nope, that's not successful.
Damn it.
It's not totals. It's they are. If you see a 5 or a 6.
Oh,
so,
okay.
So unfortunately, you kind of sit down, but I think the rest of your crew is probably at the same time that this is happening is when Jordie licks the wall. And it's distracting. Like, you're really trying to focus your wolf ears in or your ears. We don't know what's under there. But you focus in whatever you use to hear, and all you really hear is the scraping sound of a tongue going up rock. Like in HD ASMR, like unsettled levels, because you're so focused in. You can't focus on anything else.
I think we should just move forward.
I guess we just move forward. Yeah. Okay, we go forward further into the cave.
The footsteps you've been following, go ahead and move forward a little bit more. Seems the passage where Ari is.
Footsteps.
The footsteps, as you move forward, they begin to dissipate and spread out and become muddier and harder to see. So you're not sure exactly which way to go.
I want to use a sense of smell to see if I can smell that hot man's grease.
Okay, this has a few questions. So we're gonna roll a test to see if you've retained the grease smell from when you initially met him.
I wasn't
So
really
see if
too
you've
focused
logged
on
this smell. It's going to be somewhat difficult because there was a lot going on and a lot of smells, and you weren't actively thinking to log this. So you're going to only roll 1d6.
5 or 6, right?
Correct.
Oh, he was so hot.
You can do it.
So fucking hot.
I
Think
called
about his-
dibs already.
Think about his biceps.
It was a 5!
I believe you. And if you're lying, I can't stop you, so have fun. The faint smell of hot grease
Guy grease.
is present. Pinpointing it, though, is very difficult, as there are a lot of air channels coming from.
Gotcha.
We'll say this: you can smell it. You're on the right track, but you're in a chamber of some sorts, and there are 3 avenues of air kind of pressing in and kind of muddling the smell.
He's here.
Where?
I don't know.
All right. Thanks, Ari.
There is another smell that you picked up, though, with your.
Oh my god. Jean's farts.
This one's a little bit more distinct.
It's always there.
So, Ari, have you ever eaten just bones?
Of course.
Okay, you get the distinct smell of bones and leather from the west to the left, screen left.
So we have 2 options here that are west bone grease smell. What are you guys feeling?
Do we vote?
Let's check out some bones.
All right. Fuck it. Bones. It is.
The smell of leather and bones is wafting in from the western tunnel. As you guys approach the cavern, you are greeted for a moment by these bioluminescent sparkles coming from the cavern.
Pretty.
And they just for a moment shine off of the tan specularity of a skeleton who is clothed in the garb of the Lorbarians. The Lorbarians are a group of interested parties in finding out the reason the world is the way it is and collecting whatever information they can, and they will send out Lorbarians to adventure the world and learn what they can learn. All Lorbarians carry upon them a scroll of their adventures and what they have learned.
Do we have a name for this Lorbarian?
Do you search their body?
Yeah.
I'm gonna search his body.
You both reach in at the same time and you touch hands.
That's crazy. That's
Fuck
crazy.
off.
So
Back
sorry.
off. They're mine.
Okay.
Izzy, you reach in, asserting your dominance, and you pull out a scroll, very thick scroll. And at the top of the scroll is in the runes of the Lorbarians, which is common enough for folks to read because it really is the only written language nowadays. It says, belongings of Taulor the Swift.
I think it might be pronounced Taylor this way.
No, I think they might have mended clothes. There's some kind
That's
of...
really ignorant of you, Izzy.
Maybe shit. Sorry, everybody.
Izzy apology video coming
Okay.
soon.
Maybe shit. Sorry, everybody. Sorry.
Yep.
And
The script details their adventures across the lands and how they unfortunately met an untimely end here in the cavern due to illness and lack of food and something about monsters. Boots seem to be removed from their feet, though. They've fallen off.
grab the boots. I grab the boots. I grab the boots.
Oh,
The boots are these Chuck Taylor-esque high tops with golden wings on the side, and you hear a rattling inside the boot.
Okay. I pick up the boots and I look inside the shoe.
It's probably the foot.
It's
What's in
this
the
like plastic box, like a little cassette tape. What does
Alright,
the cassette
I
tape say, Gene?
I think it says Taylor Swift. Sorry.
Say it right.
Is
Tylor.
There you go.
There are many pronunciations, in this world, pronunciations in this world.
The
See?
cassette says Taylor the Swift, and under it it says, "Look what you made me do."
Oh.
What?
Qbomb has discovered a new song, and the song is live right now on all your favorite streaming services.
Get out of
Including
here.
the long-deceased Spotify. This episode sponsored by
specifically
by
Deezer,
Qbomb. These are nuts.
Qbomb's cover
And for
of
some reason,
Taylor
Shudder, the horror app.
It's on
Check
Shudder.
out.
It's on Shudder.
Yeah.
Check out Qbomb's "Look What You Made Me Do" on all streaming services right now. All right, so what the hell are these boots good for?
These boots in meta have an ability called "Look What You." Wow. Are you ready for it?
look what you made him do.
Oh.
And the boots, when worn by a user once per initiative, or per combat, I should say, you can double your move speed. So
Holy shit.
if you had 20, you can actually move 40.
That sounds sick. The boots are mine.
As you put on the boots, Rem, you notice this skittering sound from behind you.
Not skeeters.
You look up, and those twinkling little lights are suddenly being blotted out by one leg, two leg, three leg.
Too many legs.
Red leg,
It
blue
just
leg?
keeps going
Stop
until
it
it's
for.
red leg, blue
Stop
leg,
it for.
green leg.
Stop it for.
It's 8 legs.
No,
Stop
not
it for.
eight.
No.
It's not
That's
just
the worst
8
number.
legs.
I can't do
It's
it.
16 legs.
16.
Oh.
Descending from the ceiling are a group of giant warp spiders.
Nope.
Yeah.
What will Qbomb do? Chapter
jeez.
end. Previously on X-Men, you guys find yourself in a cave. You've just acquired the distortion-tuned boots of Talor the Swift, and unfortunately, you have also fallen right into the trap of 4 warp spiders.
Ew.
Now, as these spiders are crawling down from the ceiling into what you're now noticing is these glittering lights. They are more like they are glittering bits of web that have like these little specks in them. It's like a lure. It was a trap.
They used my love of crystals against me.
Yeah, but the interesting thing about these spiders, these are massive arachnids, and they are marked by glowing neon yellow and purple veins of energy cackling along their body just towards their abdomen. Now, the abdomen on a spider is that big part at the back, right? We all know this, right? As spider anatomists here, bug enthusiasts. Actually, a
Natch.
spider's not a bug. Someone will get upset at me.
Bats aren't bugs.
Bats aren't bugs! A centrifuge has replaced the abdomen, and it seems to have this warping purple and green spiral in the middle of the centrifuge. You've seen this type of distortion before. This is teleportatium. This is a magic that you have seen people use. And again, I use the word magic, but we are at such a point of destruction that often the world of what seems magical and what seems feasible in our current timeline is pretty normal for the planes of distortion. These abominations of flesh and metal have lured you right into their trap, and I'm going to need you to roll our first initiative.
All right, so I'm rolling 3d6.
I'm not
And I think you're just taking the totals in this instance. Let me double check that on initiative.
I got a
because-
5 and a 6.
Hold your numbers in your head for me,
Okay.
please. Oh my god. Oh my god, I don't have my dice with me.
Yeah, why does it always have to be spiders?
Why couldn't it be like candy bars with teleporters on them?
Okay, so it should be Rem, then a spider, then we've
A spider dressed as Ren.
and then Ari. Okay, cool. I figured it out. I'm smart. Editor, just get us to this point. I'm sorry. The spiders descend upon you and you ready yourselves for combat. Rem, you are first in the initiative order.
I would like to
Can we
fuck
get
up a
that?
spider. I'm gonna ready a weapon and get in there.
Go ahead and roll your attack.
A 5 and a 1.
You got a 5 in there. You were successful. Who are you hitting?
Let's get that guy down south.
All right, move yourself into position, and yeah, you do a point of damage. Tell me how you do it.
So I've got my big stupid base. I just right overhead slash down at it, aiming for like the center before the abdomen.
Gotcha. You're trying to separate it almost.
Thorax.
Yeah, right.
I feel
right
like
in
it's
the middle.
thorax, but I feel like we're gonna get some nerds telling us otherwise.
Bring it on.
Tell us about
These
it in the
aren't real
comments.
spiders.
That's
They
where
have
the bubble
teleporting
goes.
engines
You're
on them.
defending the spiders. Enough said.
Yeah. Whose side are you on?
Your heavy base swings down with malice and precision, hitting the. We're gonna say the thorax. We're leaning in on thorax. We're doubling down on thorax. All in on thorax. It unfortunately doesn't cleave it in two, but it severely damages it. The spider kind of warps and glitches almost like out of reality for a second, and it teleports it around a little bit.
Spiders only
That's where the
robot
warp comes
spiders.
from.
All right, next up, the spider is going to roll a attack. Actually, it's going to roll a special attack against Ari. It's going to use warp.
Thank God I'm not him.
I don't like
Unsuccessful. You hear the whirring of the like teleport abdomen spinning up, and then suddenly all these electric bolts start to like cling like a Tesla coil to the outside of the cave. It fires a beam from its pincers at you. You are quick enough to avoid it, and fortunately it ricochets it harmlessly behind you, but you knew if you got hit by that, it would have been kind of bad.
Guys, don't get hit by that.
I don't like these spiders.
Next up, Sam, I think.
Do I feel like I can reach this one that's on the wall to the left here? To the
You can
west?
probably get it. Each one of these squares is 5 feet, so you could get in there.
Okay, so I'll close the distance, and I'm going to grab it by 2 legs and try and fling it across the room to the other side.
Oh,
Excellent.
Sick.
It doesn't want that to happen to it, so it's going to try and... Why don't we roll a test against each other? Whoever gets the higher success wins.
I'm going to use strong advantage with brute force.
Great. So I think you get 3d6 then. You got
3,
nothing
4,
across
3.
the board.
Okay. Dang.
I got a 5 and a 1. So
That's one slippery spider.
you push your party out of your way. You are making your way down, and you try and grab the front 2 arms of this thing, but they are surprisingly like not gooey, but just you would think there'd be more traction than there was. It's a strange mixture of flesh and metal, and your hand was not prepared for that traction experience as it wriggles out of your grip.
Wet food in the sink.
Wet food in the sink. It is now Izzy's turn.
I am going to take out my Scream Saber. I think it'll just be a single. Yeah, he's a spider. I'm not. They're going to be a
should be.
single hand Scream Saber, so I'm just going to do a light scream. So it's going to be like a.
So soothing.
I get it going. It's like a beam saber. Does activating it take an action?
We'll say activating it doesn't, but changing its state does.
How close am I to the spider that's at the north?
5 feet from it. So you're within hitting range.
Okay, then yeah, let me swipe at it.
Movement's free within 20 feet. So
Okay, great.
you're all within.
So I'm gonna attempt to swipe at this spider that's to the north.
Your scream saber lobs off the front 2 mandibles of the spider, and it lets out this scream of pain. And once again, the Tesla coil on the back kind of sputters as it kind of withdraws from you in pain. This purple blood now leaking on the ground.
I like that.
That's pretty sick.
Okay, I still have 1 action, and I am going to try stabbing down into this spider, the same spider.
Let me check if you can do 2 attacks on 1 turn,
Oh,
because an
okay.
attack might be different.
I stabbed the spider, or do I?
Find
You
out
have 2
next time.
actions.
So yeah, I'm gonna attack the spider. 6 and
Success.
a 4.
Tell me how you obliterate this spider.
Ooh. I I stab through the Scream Saber, and it kind of like flashes with energy when it hits, and it like makes it filled with the electricity, and then it explodes and sends chunks flying everywhere.
You eviscerate the first of the 4 warp spiders,
Yeah.
sending spider chunks into the air. Ari, roll to see if you can lock the smell in of
Yes.
spider chunks.
One smell. I got 2 6s, baby.
You're good. You locked that in.
Oh yeah, that smells terrible.
Yeah, it's... Describe the smell to me.
It's like the mildew of a sink that hasn't been cleaned in a long time.
Yep, nailed
Mixed
it.
with a little too old cottage cheese.
Delicious. All right, next up, Spider.
That's me.
Aww. Well, Jake, you are closest to Spider. It's going to use its warp attack against you. 2-1, Snake Eyes. The spider lunges at you and you step to the side. It teleports and glitches back as you can kind of get the sense that they don't have a great amount of control over these sputtering, chaotic engines on the back of their bodies. The crackling warp energy just kind of sputtering around uselessly as it missed you.
But you want to
It
dance?
didn't move, however, and thank you for reminding me. It didn't move, so it's going to go for a standard attack against you, which is a 4 and a 3. So it also misses as it tries to gain balance again. You are able to sidestep out of the way once more. Next up, Jordie.
Jordie is too scared of spiders to do anything flame. She's focusing on just keeping the flame alive so we can see what's going on. So we watched Izzy stab a spider with the Scream Saver.
Yes, you did.
I think what she's gonna try is take her bass guitar and like javelin it through a close one. Like
Take it by like the
force it.
hilt.
Yeah. Just a stabby stab. Do I? Okay, what do I have?
2d6.
I do have a marksman.
I don't think that applies here because
Not
I think
here.
that's ranged stuff.
Oh, it's probably ranged. Yeah. No.
The spider lunges at you, and you're like, I've got this. I'm going to stab it right in its fucking throat. Its teleportation technology kind of makes it phase out of reality for a second as you try and hit it, and it appears back in front of you, landing on all 8 legs, and it kind of skitters back and forth and chunk at you.
I hate it. I hate it.
You have another action if you wish to try again.
Okay, that makes me mad. So my little flamey wheel thingies on my feet can give me, because I'm fleet of foot with my little flame skates, can I like ignite those and try a stab again real quick before it teleports again?
Sure. You know, because you expended a resource to activate your flame feat, we'll say that you can do a 3d6 on that and have advantage because you're moving faster now and you're flame enraged. So you have 3 chances to get a success.
I need this success.
You succeed. Describe to me how you attack this spider.
Okay, so it's like skidding around in front of me after it just dodged my thing, and all I see is red, and a little puff flame comes out my feet, and straight through the middle, I'm just like, whoocha! Like a quick little,
Like it's too much.
She's thought about this before.
I hate those spiders.
The spider lets out a painful scream that is in harmony with the electric whirring behind it, making an almost cyborg robotic spider scream of pain.
Yeah.
Spider
Next up in the order, we've got Ari.
All right, I got a question.
Yes.
Would you consider this skeleton trash?
You need to answer that for us right here in the arena of philosophy and debate.
I would say after you die, you no longer own your body. You've left it. You've left it on the ground.
Is the
It is out of
corpse
your
trash?
possession.
Is that what you're saying?
That's what I'm asking, and that's what
Well,
I'm
not to
proposing.
nitpick, but he's asking, is a skeleton trash?
I would
Corpse.
say,
Ari,
More
are
meat
you
on it.
escaping
I would say-
the cycle of samsara in this RPG?
Bro, I am straight up locked in Samsara right now.
dude, I'm just saying, I wouldn't place an owner on the skeleton. The owner has left this corporeal realm, so
What about the skeleton?
I would say it's open for
Not in the
for
radius.
grabs.
We'll let the dice decide. Why don't you go ahead and roll to see if you can cast your trash magic upon the
Does
skeleton.
a skeleton count as trash?
The
Roll.
dice will answer
Yeah.
for us.
Get in the comments.
Chat,
I,
what do you
I got a
think?
5.
Human bodies are trash, ladies and gentlemen. When you die, you are trash.
I want to summon my trash casting skills using my trash caster as like a staff. And
Okay.
I bring the skeleton up. He's kind of goofy. He's like, you know, like
Xylophones.
yeah, he xylophones. I want to have him wrestle this spider on the right and almost pin him down for whoever wants to go next in order to give them maybe an advantage on their hit.
Okay, so you want... Sorry, I'm adding him to our initiative, so he rolled.
He got up. Oh my god. Holy shit. Woo!
Someone, number 2.
All right, somebody give him a name.
So, you have summoned a skeleton. You kind of work as one. You wanted to pin this one that's bleeding?
The one on the right.
Okay, yeah, the skeleton will need to move 10 feet for an action, and then it will need to do a strength test to try and pin it.
Okay.
So I'll
I'm not.
the skeleton!
I'm just in the corner, like, really
why-
disturbed by all
Sorry,
this.
Apparently I have control over him.
Really good.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
Okay, Ari, you should have control.
Yeah, hey, come here, you little fucker.
All right, go ahead and roll an attack roll for a skeleton. A pin. Here's the thing. You are animating it, though. You only get 1d6.
Okay, that's fair.
Pray for Skelly.
Ah, shit, I got a 3.
Its
Aw,
arm
man,
falls off as
Skelly.
you try and... you just see the bone, like, scatter to the side as you try and manipulate this trash puppet. And yes, we are doubling down. Skeletons are trash.
Well, my hope is that the spider is now distracted by the skeleton.
That was your first action, right? You haven't moved or anything?
Yes, I haven't. I myself have not moved.
Okay, the skeleton's actions will count as your actions on some level.
Okay.
Or wait, what's your... You have
You
a
must
spell.
pay for the skeleton's crimes, Ari.
You, wait,
I
you have a
got it.
specific perk, right?
Yeah, I have spell touched.
Spell touch. Okay, then...
I'm trying
You know what,
to
we'll say it's a
loophole
separate
bit.
initiative since you
Yeah.
actually went for the perk there. So,
I'm trying to break
So-
the rules a little bit.
that's what magic is, basically.
Okay, second action. Well, I'm gonna just move myself maybe to this corner. Do I have enough space? Just
5,
so we're
10,
not-
15, 20? Yeah, you should.
Okay, cool. I'll just do that just so we're not clumped up as much.
Excellent. Your skeleton has moved and attacked, so that is its turn. We are now on to Jake Easy.
All right, I'm going to try for that warp spider that Mr. Skelly Bones was just fumbling on.
Help,
Okay.
Mr. Skelly Bones.
Mr. Skelly Bones fumbled that baddie.
Will there be baddies in the cave?
Hell yeah, brother! Go ahead and roll that 2d6 to
All
attack
right.
this baddie.
We got a 6.
All right, that's success. Go ahead and tell me what you do to
Jake?
damage the spider.
I ready my keyboard crossbow. I'm playing the key of A for arachnid. Thereby synchronizing with the temporal elements of the machinery's flesh, what have you. And I send a beam of sound energy, which is visible because this is distortion, okay? Right towards the spider, and every eye like lights up as the beam increases in distance, and BAM! Right in his head hole.
The planes of distortion themselves revel in your magic as the cackling energy of your A, major or minor?
Seventh.
Oh, but it's still major, minor, or 7th?
Oh, major.
Major 7th.
Yeah.
Is your major 7th?
Element of mystery.
He's not a psycho. Yeah.
His A diminished 7th.
That's 3 tones up for each note, for those counting at home.
Yeah, for those guys. For you
So the
music
A
nerds at
sus
home.
nut. Yeah.
Yeah, we're so sustained right now, bro. You send this energy, and the you just burn off like several of their eyes, and just a layer of that chitinous arachnid hair is just gone. You basically gave it a barbershop special here,
Sick.
and it is bleeding considerably from said special.
All right. I'm gonna load up and go for round 2, given my ability to reload and attack on the same turn. That's right. I am a quick shot.
Oh,
Shit.
Yeah, I'm not saying I'm a good shot, but we're gonna try one more, see if we can close the deal. Oh, got another 6.
excellent.
Man, Jake.
You have the best
How do you
words.
obliterate this warp spider?
I resolve the A7th major into like a full A, like resolve the chord.
Oh, thank God, attention.
I'm settling.
We needed it.
We are settling the moment. I play.
You hit a circle of 5ths on him, and
Yeah.
you resolve that 7th,
Mm.
and the skeleton, or sorry, I'm sorry, the spider.
The skeleton is
See, for a
watching.
second, stands still, and the skeleton is watching. You can tell. There is no eyes, but you know.
He's like, oh my
The spider, for
impressed.
a moment, is still, and kind of just with its remaining eyes looks at you, and you could swear it would say, "Uh-oh," if it could. And then it caves in on itself as the magic beam hits it, imploding it. The spider is now dead and is a pool of acrid purple blood.
Purple's my favorite color.
Alrighty.
Put that in your lore book.
Put that in your lore book. So, next up is... It's your turn again. No. It's the
No.
warp spider to the south's turn. Rem, you're getting attacked.
No.
It moves towards you. It is really, they're all trying to do this warp ability, so let's see if it lands. Woohoo! It's a 6.
Oh shit.
On a success, the warp spider, it has to roll one more thing though, to determine if it's teleporting you or it. It's it. It tries to teleport you, and it is unsuccessful at teleporting you. It does, however, teleport itself. I need to figure out a direction. Well, it can't really go south, so it just teleports itself back to where it started, wasting its entire fucking turn.
Wow, that was.
What
You
a
should be
dumb
embarrassed.
idiot.
It's the other spider's turn, who saw the dumb idiot and is going to attack Jordie.
No.
We rule.
Calling it a dumb idiot.
The spider's smart. The spider's really smart.
It's going for a.
Stop.
It's going to try and escape. Actually, it's
Coward.
it's a beast. It's so it's going to start skittering up the walls. It uses its movement speed to
No.
make it at the top of
Lost
the.
spider
well,
is scarier.
so it starts to blend in with the darkness.
Do we get
as it
do we get
goes
an
up.
opportunity of attack? Do we get anything like that?
That is a trait that you need.
Ah shit.
Next up,
Do I have that?
you,
I have opportunist. Is that?
That is it.
Oh.
But you are not in 5 feet of it, unless
Ah,
opportunist
shit.
says otherwise. So, yeah, it begins climbing up the wall. Next up is someone, aka Gamma Sam.
Oh, it skipped me.
Oh, it did?
Yeah, I
Oh
think
no,
so.
you're next because Sam had 11. Remember?
Oh, right, you reordered. Okay.
Yeah, he's ahead of you.
I guess I'm angry.
I think I'm angry.
I'm gonna decide to be angry.
Guys, I'm feeling a
Berserk
little
a bit.
angry.
I'm gonna berserk. I'm
It's
gonna
good to talk.
Oh shit.
See, there's one bleeding, so I'll go for the one that's not bleeding.
You're Zerking
That's
it?
so thoughtful.
Berserking at a
Berserking?
disadvantage, I can get a
Straight
plus
Berserking
1
it, bro.
damage. So if it is disadvantage -1 dice,
Disadvantage, yes. You subtract a dice from your dice pool.
so I can just roll 1 dice and try and do. 2
Yeah,
damage.
you're
Okay.
big money right here.
Big money. Big money. Big money.
I will say though, the spider has already been hit, and traditionally, what you've seen in combat, it has taken 2 hits to kill them.
Okay.
This is something you would have observed at this point, so I'll let you factor that into your calculations here. Or you could just really fuck him up.
That's what I'm going for. Okay, here we go.
All right, I like it.
I like your style.
Barbarian RP.
Oh my god.
Well, you missed.
I retract
You-
my statement.
The barbarian, fueled with rage. Do you have like a battle cry or any sort of yell that you make?
No, just silence.
Oh my god, that's scary.
Okay. It's more of like a feeling of a vacuum. Like you just feel darkness surrounding him, and you just see this thunderous smash into the wall as the spider kind of ducks under your blow.
Fuck, dude. Hey Sam, bad job.
You would have also had to move, so unfortunately that is...
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. Next up is Rem.
Okay, so I just saw a spider warp through an attack that I did, and also warp backwards. So if you've ever like tried to attack a spider or like capture one, when it like avoids the thing that you're doing, that's like absolute panic moment. So I feel like I would be just absolutely just terrified and swinging wildly at the thing.
All right, swing away.
Okay, 2 and a 6.
Success.
All right.
Tell me how you obliterate this warp spider as it's... Remember, this is all, initiative is an abstraction of time. This is all happening within the matter of seconds. So traditionally in D&D, one initiative round is something like 15 seconds or somewhere around there. So this is happening very quickly. So Sam had just charged this thing. It just dodged, and you come in for the kill. How?
In the spirit of abject panic, I just kind of run in there and just rapidly whack it, like choked up on the base. Just keep like
Straight whack.
trying to hit it, and one of those will land.
Yeah, every single one lands as the first one kills it, and then the rest is splattering purple goo. Sam, your fist. What do you attack with, Sam? Is it just your fists, or do you have a weapon?
It's like claws.
Claws. Your claws, Wolverine style, are still lodged into the rock surface, and just blood is just splattering up in your faces. Ari's just going, die, 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 die. Something like that. I don't know if you're screaming or not, but blood is splattering.
Oh,
Okay.
absolutely. I'm making a scene. I am not okay.
Okay,
Right now.
yeah.
Making a scene.
The
I
spider
am
is
present.
Good for him.
This is the most we've seen Rem during this campaign.
the spider is considerably dead.
Please.
Next up,
stop.
Izzy Deluxe. The last spider that remains has started to crawl up the wall and has made it about 15 feet.
I mean, how much? This thing's probably wounded.
Yeah, it's very wounded.
All right, I am going to do a cool finishing move.
Remember, it's on the wall, so now it's about 15 feet
Yeah,
up.
and guess what? I have acrobat as one of my skills.
Oh!
Who could have
So-
guessed?
right? Cut this. I need to remember what it does.
No, keep this in. I want him to eat his words.
No! It literally says, Acrobat, it's up there, no problem. I gain advantage.
Shit.
So, I am gonna do a...
Do a flip?
So I kind of like, I do like a... Do a flip. Do a flip? I gotta do a flip.
Do a flip.
I gotta do a flip.
He's got
So I'm gonna...
Fuck it up.
I'm gonna do a flip, and I'm gonna roll 1d6, right?
2d6 if you have advantage, right?
That's
Or
the
wait-
advantage.
Wait, okay,
Right.
so hold up. Acrobat, right? So it's just on, let's see. Doing this in one fell swoop is, you gain advantage climbing and maintaining balance, long distance jump. All right, this will be 2 parts. The first part is you can get advantage on the acrobatic part of it, of can you leap and do a flip high enough into the air to get within range of the spider. The second part will be the attack.
Okay. No, I figured.
Okay, so you have 3d6 on the acrobat part because you have advantage.
Holy shit. 3d6. Okay. Oh, wait, sorry. That was wrong.
You're successful technically
Well,
on that 5. You can roll it again if you want to see how successful, but I'll take the double success.
Give yourself a pat on the back, Izzy.
So I do a double flip.
You do, yeah, at least.
I do a triple flip. I kind of just keep spinning.
Triple
and everyone
axle.
starts to worry a little bit.
Oh my god, he's not stopping.
He's not stopping. And then I start swiping with my Scream Saber.
You
and
turn into a fucking Beyblade.
It's like a cool, it's like a vertical Beyblade, like Sonic Spin Dash kind of thing.
All right, roll the attack.
Yeah, all right.
It's like the opening to Ignition.
And 6
Success. Tell me how this skeleton, I keep seeing the skeleton, how this spider is destroyed.
It is slashed right down the middle. But I keep flashing it because at this point now I can't stop this, and I'm starting to be afraid. But regardless,
Don't show it. Don't show fear.
the spider has been just mushed. It's just been cut over and over. So it's gone.
That thing is turned into fucking beef stroganoff. You have obliterated it, and there's just guts and viscera now splopping from the ceiling down on top of you, as you have now defeated all of the warp spiders. In
Am I still
chapter,
spinning?
maybe. I
am
don't know.
still.
Previously on Qbomb, you found some Spidos and some boots, and you're in a cave.
That wraps it up nicely.
Are there any remains of the spiders?
Yes, there's a lot of remains, in fact. But the big one that you are currently feeling dripping on you is the one that Jean Beybladed into the afterlife.
I was gonna ask, can we somehow scavenge that warp engine from their body and keep it and maybe add it to the car?
I like that idea. Are any of you at all technologically proficient or have that in your lore or...
In theory.
Oh, come on.
I'm the first
You
one
gotta
to try. I'm not saying
Have
I'm-
more confidence in your own
Jake's got
ability.
like every cable you can think of in his pocket.
He's added
As long
so
as you
many
have
carburetors to that thing.
You would roll normally a 2d6. I'm going to say 1d6 because there's just so much that is destroyed.
All right, I got this. 1.
There is a part that you spot, and it actually looks in pretty good condition. You slip in the viscera, and your elbow goes right through it.
Oh!
Sorry, everyone. It just wasn't a chance.
I have a question. Is Mr. Skelly Bones still with us?
As long as Ari doesn't take damage where he can like lose the focus of his spell, then I'd say yes.
I'd say I haven't ended the spell yet.
New friend. New friend. New friend. New friend. New friend. New friend.
It is
Yeah.
not sentient. It is just being puppeted.
Yeah.
New friend. New friend.
New
New
friend.
friend.
I
New
make
friend.
him do it. I make him do a little dance.
Yeah, like.
I'm just kind of trailing in the back, uncomfortable.
You proceed down the northwestern passage, the tunnel closing in on you. No more do you see the blue kind of trickery from the spider web that was in the previous cave. As you head into this opening here, you pick back up on the footsteps.
Oh.
And the footsteps seem to clutter where Gamma is standing.
I look up.
Darkness and cave.
That makes sense. That makes sense.
However, when Gene is looking up, his feet kind of clack against something metallic.
I start digging.
You don't have to dig far. In fact, it was just covered in dirt.
Guys, I did it.
You see a metallic hatch, and around the sides of the hatch is a thin rim of light, indicating some sort of passage that is lit.
All right, I move Ari out of the way. Let me do that again. I knock Ari out of the way. And I say, I want to see what's in there. And I pull up the hatch.
Roll a strength check.
And I fucked up. Couldn't lift it. I haven't been working out a lot. I'm a little, like, it's been hard. I'm not taking creatine right now.
Izzy is saying this as they are just pulling against the
I haven't warmed
circular hatch opener.
I need to warm up.
Maybe we should have Sam do it. Sam's literally the most beefed up dude.
Sam, you don't have to roll anything if you want to open this.
I'm gonna pull out my bat staff and swing it at the hatch to loosen it, and then pull it up.
You thoroughly dent it inwards.
Jesus.
It is now concaved. It's still closed because you hit it inwards.
Yeah, I reached down and...
Yeah, it just it opens no problem.
I'm just kind of sad. I'm just kind of upset because
You
I
loosened
really...
it for him.
Yeah, you know what? Yeah, I loosened it for you. Thank you, Rem.
A hiss of air rushes towards you. It carries this warm electric smell to it. As you look down the hatch, it reveals this metal ladder lined by these flickering chartreuse bulkhead lights. So you think like a submarine, right? And descending for at least 50 meters. But you can clearly see the bottom. And it seems that as the ladder goes down, it opens up into just a ladder connecting from what you assume is the ceiling down to the ground. So it's just open ladder from then onwards. And from below, you hear distinct sound of machinery accompanied by tumultuous bubbling sound.
I don't like bubbling.
That can't be good.
Well, let's head down there and find
All right,
out.
cool, yeah.
Everybody get on the thing. No, Mr. Skelly Bones kind of...
Yeah, he fell and exploded, and I was like, I'm not putting that back together.
No! Mr. Skelly Bones!
He went,
You hear voices from down below saying, "What the fuck was that?" And you see this strange, like ape-like creature in a quick blur, kind of just thump, 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 and is now looking at the bones.
have we ever seen anything like this before?
Who amongst you is probably the most well informed or read? And by read, I mean you are most traveled, wizened.
I think that's Rem.
That would probably
Okay.
be Rem.
Yeah.
Rem, go ahead and roll 2d6.
5. I got it.
You haven't actually seen it in person, but you have read about these things in some Lorbarian scrolls. That is a Glog Mogler.
Guys, I've read about this. That is a Glog Mogler.
Oh, Rem, you're so smart, dude.
Rem, you're so cool.
Good job.
And you
Rem.
repeat this to them as well, verbatim. They are bestial cave-dwelling hominids with 4 arms and 2 legs. They're covered in a thick layer of wiry gray hair, crowned with a distinct red mohawk, standing roughly about 5 feet tall. While hunched, they walk on all 6 limbs, their eyes, best adapted for darkness, flare while catching the light. They are not ideal to encounter. They are very strong gorilla-like cave-dwelling monsters. You also hear voices down there, human voices. They say, "It's probably just one of the Moglers. Leave it alone."
That sounded like
Do
Beard
we
Chan to me.
recognize a hot voice?
It kind of sounds hot.
Jordan.
Shit.
I do like a bloodborne, like sliding down the ladder, like ding, 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 and that actually does happen. I'm like,
Fortunately, it didn't make enough noise to
Okay,
be
good.
louder than the machinery that's already down there that is helping cloak you guys as you are able to get to the base of the ladder where there are boxes and these large storage containers.
okay, I'm going in a sneaky mode, which means nothing. I just put my hood up.
You kind of get a look of this vast cavern. You are kind of gathering the details. That bubbling sound you heard is this ominous green glowing vat of acid and poison bubbling from below. You are standing on these rocky kind of pillars. These are elevated from the ground, and this acid is probably eaten away until it is just left with these more hard pillars. Encircling the room is this conveyor belt. And on the conveyor belt is actively kind of moving in spurts. There are these large crates on top of it. And they are connected to a massive clanging machine on the western side of the room. This angular behemoth hums and sputters, occasionally punctuated by the whir of spanners and a zap of electricity. Along the conveyor belt, these crates are funneled towards an automated trapdoor on the eastern side of the room, which opens and shuts in rhythm with each box that plummets into it. So you seem to be in some sort of factory processing plant. And to your northwest, you spot Mr. Handsome himself talking with another guard or another bandit. The most threatening part of all this, other than Mr. Handsome, is the fact that these Glog-Mogglers are also in their presence. They seem to have somehow tamed these. You also notice, concerningly, on the north side of the room is a guard who is armed with a rifle.
Jordie, look at me. Look at me.
What?
You're looking great. You're
Oh, that's nice of
looking
you.
great. Yeah. Despite everything we've just been through, I feel like you're holding it together. You're doing great. Anyway, can you use your perception to see if our engine is anywhere around here?
I don't know how to feel about that.
That was patronizing.
Smooth
Yeah, I did
operator.
like that. I'm gonna do it for me, but okay.
That's good.
Love yourself.
You have advantage, so go ahead and throw a 3d6 in there.
3d6. I got a 6.
Despite the slightly patronizing request, you are able to look around the room, and you notice that there is a bridge to the southeast, and there is another hatch in the southeastern side of the room that is similar in mechanical complexity to the hatch in the direct eastern side of the room that is accepting the crates from the conveyor belt.
I'm in stealth mode, which is me in my jacket.
Okay.
looking through. No one can see me.
At this
Yeah,
current
I
moment.
said what you said through
said-
the
okay,
jacket.
So shouldn't we go to the hatch?
So the party now has this information.
Yes,
Jordie, where was the hatch?
it was southeast across the
Okay.
bridge.
I will sneak my way.
Wrong. That's not the one she's describing.
What? Oh, okay.
This
Oh,
one down by
southeast.
Rem. Southeast.
Southeast. Here's a fun thing. Izzy does not know direction.
This canonically happens where Jordie has to kind of
Yeah, just-
reposition his sneakiness.
This isn't out of character from real life because I oft start moving in a direction and then people have to point me in a different. Okay. I look around. What do I find?
This is a solid metal hatch, much more advanced than the one that got you into this cave. The hatch seems actually like technologically advanced. There are these electronically sealed pillars that connect right into the wall itself. And on the top there seems to be some sort of electric pad. And there is also kind of this like flat surface area that is kind of like a matte black.
I put my hand on that.
And it says identification required.
Identification required. Hey guys, this screen's lighting up. I don't
Are
know.
you yelling that?
I think we should hang out behind these boxes and try to overhear what these guys are talking about.
Yes,
Okay.
that was a great idea that I had. Let us hide behind these boxes and listen in to what these guys are talking about.
But you'll have to roll another
I
check.
can be quiet, but I don't know about
Okay,
the rest.
Jordie, you go out in front and you listen.
Walked right into that one.
I just kind of push you forward.
Stop it, Izzy! I start yelling at you.
Oh god.
Really?
Oh, so Jordan was yelling.
Okay, roll a stealth save.
Oh, thank God.
Just in time, as you yell, you kind of clasp over your mouth to kind of like, oh shit. And you hear one of the Glog-Mogglers kind of go as it turns its head, sniffs the air, and then keeps kind of walking to the north on a patrol path.
All right, what are we hearing?
For a bit, they're just kind of talking about logistics of this machine. And you're kind of able to discern that this machine is some sort of processor for scrap. This is a fabricator. This is a very old piece of technology that has been lost for a bit. It can take scrap and convert it into a desired blueprint. And so they seem to be making stuff with the scrap from it. And it's a very advanced machine and a very toxic one, hence all the waste. It requires an immense amount of sludge to be excreted from it in order to process the material and turn it into a desired shape. And to break down all of those atoms and molecules into something desired is a costly process indeed. After they've talked shop a little bit, you see a guard from the north kind of walk in. It's our guy who has the rifle. How we looking, boss? The hot boss turns to him. We're working it as fast as we can, but the old girl can only do so much. Well, we won't need to pad much more after that last hole. Between the engine we stole from those band mercenaries and the other weapon, it's just a matter of who's willing to pay the most, I say.
Dude, they know about Qbomb.
Hey, can you guys stream our songs on Spotify? Taylor Swift, Look What You Made Me Do, just came out.
The hot leader slaps the back of the other guy's head. Quiet about that. You never know. It's best to be quiet just in case Someone's listening.
We're the ones listening. Guys, we're the ones listening.
I turn my head sort of, and Ari's on my back still, right? Yeah, I just kind of like nod over to the conveyor belts.
Does scrap
Sam.
count as trash?
They're using it. It has been repurposed. Philosophically, it is being recycled. And recycling is different than
Then,
trash.
from a moral standpoint, I cannot use it.
Is the goo trash?
Yeah, definitely.
Well, there you go.
Ari might be OP.
I might be God.
But I'm not going to let him summon a giant slime monster. He's
Well,
spell touch, not
I-
like a wizard.
I summon a giant slime monster.
Okay, you succeed. The game's over.
Yeah.
Congrats, Qbomb. We did it.
Okay, I like what Sam was going at. Maybe you can toss me on this conveyor belt. Is that what you were kind of hinting at?
I mean, I was hinting at the trash, but yeah, maybe I toss you.
What's gonna happen to you when you go into the machine?
I might die. I see a man in the middle island, and I see a gun on that island.
Oh, yeah, there's a gun there.
What if we get that gun and we start shooting people?
How diplomatic.
Am I still not a part of this?
Nope.
Sam,
Yes.
throw me to this middle
Throw you?
island. Yeah,
Strength check. Strength test.
Ooh,
and I have
do
sneaky
brute
trait.
force.
Sneaky. I don't know how sneaky applies in midair, but we'll.
Don't know either. No, I just-
1, 4, 5.
A 5 succeeds.
for
Ari, is this consensual? Are you being thrown consensual?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Always. I want to go and land behind these boxes. If Sam can throw me over there.
I was throwing him at the conveyor belt.
Fuck! I go wrong way.
I kind of do like an alley-oop.
Oh, nice.
Give a solid yeet.
So no respect in the throw. That's great.
Were there a bucket there, you would have sunk it. However, it's just metal grate as you slam quite loudly against the grate. Fuck! You hear a and then the guards say, "What was that? What? There's some guy on the conveyor belt!
I think I broke my fucking knee.
Billy, turn the machine around!"
No.
Suddenly, the conveyor belt starts moving backwards.
So
and you
towards
guys are
the back.
towards the machine.
Oh shit. No.
You can stay where you are because we are
Okay,
now in initiative. Go ahead and roll
Shit,
your
Sam!
d6 for me. A desperate fight begins. It is a struggle to move. If you do not use both actions to move, you will lose traction. And head
I
towards
am
the machine.
panicking to just like I'm doing the cartoony like running against the thing, you know? Like am I able to like look around and just like see
Yeah, that's
what's
free.
kind of coming ahead into that processing thing?
Yeah, seemingly there are boxes that are like these large metal crates that have been, you think, outputted from the machine that are now headed back towards you. You have probably one initiative order, maybe two, until they get to you. That's your turn, unfortunately.
Yeah, I'm up. Thanks, Sam.
Next up is the bandit. He has gotten up to the first box. He's going to use the rest of his move, 5, 10, 15, 20, to now get within range of Jordie and Izzy. That is his turn. Next up is the Glog Moggler. Glog Moggler is going to, has more move speed. It smashes through the boxes with its first set of hands. Its jaw is kind of opening, and you hear this cracking sound as it goes. You just kind of are like standing there in front of it as the specks of spit kind of lap against your face. With its right side of its body, it's now going to slash at you. Both of you, Jordie and Izzy. It's a success. You both take a hit of damage. Next up, Jordie.
Yeah, I want to like blast this scary dude with some fire blasts. I just like gather some in my hands and like on my back with like,
Go ahead and roll that attack.
It's pathetic.
Unfortunately, the sheer terror of just seeing this strange hominid beast yelling at you and then just punching the shit out of you with these razor sharp claws is really hard to kind of focus back that flame.
I think I would want to climb up on some boxes to get advantage on the next round.
The nearest boxes are to Jake and Rem, and you could hop up on top of those. Next up in the order is another Glogmoggler. It's going to use its entire move speed to sprint to the west. It kind of haunches down on all 6 limbs and then pushes off the ground in this massive jump, landing on top of the machine. Using the rest of its movement, it starts gung, 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 skittering along the machine south.
Man, Ari's so fucked.
I don't. He's probably not coming for me, huh?
Next up is Jake.
I'm playing like a BCBC, you know, it's like little bit of like, you know, when someone's tied up on the railroad tracks and it's like that old timey piano music. That's kind of energy I'm bringing to the function. So a little trill and boom.
Your trill kind of comes out in sputters like a machine gun. Bump, 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 bump. Blasting against the side of the machine. This Glogmoggler just kind of almost dodging it, but you manage to pull the aim of your gun, quote unquote, up, and use a few of your trills barrage the side of this Glogmoggler. It starts to bleed this blue glowing blood. Unperturbed, however, but in pain, it trudges onwards. You haven't moved, right?
No, I haven't moved.
What would you like to do?
I'm gonna try to get a hit off of this bandit that's closer to me. I see the Glogmogler's taking some damage, but thinking like if I keep laying into it, it might be for naught. So let me just blast this homie right here. So I go down the scale as I lower my key.
You bring the range of your keyboard
Yeah,
gun
so
down.
kind of like a vertical slice.
Yep. And the guy, since again this is happening all kind of in a quick time event, it's running at you, and he's raising this kind of baton, this thumper, and he's about to like smack Izzy in the face, and when you just pull down on him, he's eviscerated and blown away. Blood, a fine mist of blood. Next up, the bandit foreman himself, the Hotness.
Hot man.
He slams his pipe wrench into the ground and kind of pulls it so that it elongates the claw side. Between the 2 claws, a crackling bit of energy. He then flips it on its side. When you notice that there are strings attached to it, one thick fucking bass string. He pulls back.
No.
Bet you didn't know how to play this one.
No!
Plays the most
He's so
filthy,
hot!
fucking dropped E you've ever heard. Seismic wave goes out from him. The boxes begin to eviscerate, and the Glogmoggler, let's see if it hits him. It doesn't. Is okay, but the box. But everybody else roll a saving throw that is within. I'd say Sam, you're okay because you are behind all these boxes. Jordie, you're gonna need to maybe jump. So you're gonna need to roll acrobatics.
I fucking failed that roll.
I'm good.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh! That is what is
Deuces.
technically a critical success in Tiny Dungeons, our first one.
Anything for him.
nice.
Jordie,
Anything for
give us the coolest, sickest fucking dodge over this thing.
I dodge, but I do like a pirouette in air because I'm trying to impress Hot Boss a little bit.
Oh,
It kind of works a little
better
bit.
than him, Jordan.
It kind of works a little. You don't know this, but in meta, it kind of works a little bit.
Oh my gosh.
Those that failed, you are knocked to the ground. Your next turn,
Jake,
you
no.
will have to take an action to get up. His next move is going to be... he's going to play another note. Fuck it.
Oh no!
He pulls up. He does an upswing this time, and this time he's pulling up on it. The electricity fires out this time in a straight arc rather than a wave. He is targeting this time. And who he will target? 1, 2, 3, 4. He will target...
Thumb war.
Okay, 3. 1, 2, 3. Jake. He succeeds. You take a point of damage. As you're just falling down from this, you hear this kind of D note. Just sing. Not. He can only play notes, right? You just hear, and then you look up, and kind of ripping up the ground in front of you is this green electric line of energy kicking you while you are down. Your whole body seizing up from the electricity.
I'm cooked, chat.
Next up, someone's turn, aka Sam.
Now I'm kind of worried.
Now you're kind of worried. You weren't worried when he threw Ari atomic.
I'm
It's
gonna
cardio.
charge through these boxes and try and tackle the mob gobbler.
The hobgoblin.
The mob goblin.
Snob goblin.
The wine mumblers.
Roll an attack.
I did. I got 4s.
Yeah, unfortunately, that is what we call in the business not successful. So, the Glogmogler, you are pushed now up against it, and you are trying to inflict some sort of damage, but it has now matched your strength with both hands. And then you notice at your sides, you forgot that it has 4 arms, and so at your sides, boom, 2 giant fists grab and start lifting you up.
What the hell?
Next up is Izzy Deluxe.
Okay. I gotta save my boy. I gotta save Sam. Not Ari. He's fine.
What the fuck?
I'm gonna use an action to convert my single-handed screensaver to a double-handed screensaver. Here we go. And I try to like slide under and cut the wine mumbler or whatever across like his abdomen with my big fucking screensaver that I just powered up.
So yeah, you have a larger reach now. Go ahead and roll your attack. Unfortunate. This is happening right as the tackle happens, and as you're beginning to slice, you notice that you would cut off both of Gamma's feet. So you kind of pull the blade just for a second.
Oh,
Do you want to cut off his feet?
they grow back, right?
No.
Okay, you pull it.
Sam, can I cut your feet off?
No.
God damn it.
Next up is the Bandit Gunner. Jordie, you are in sight. 6 and a 3. You are going to take a point of damage as it takes a knee. You see the glint of a sniper right as you land. You're like, oh, fuck. Boom! It glances your shoulder and pushes you back. Fortunately, it's not bullets, but seemingly this acid kind of energy. I don't know if that's better.
Not better.
But it's not impact damage as much as it is acidic, and you feel this searing, burning pain.
I'm
I would
poisoned.
rather get shot.
You are not poisoned yet. However, you are poisoned now, as the second shot hits your shoulder. 2 points of damage, and then on your next turn, unless you do cauterize the wound or something, the poison will start to seep in.
Rem, if you're out there.
Speaking of Rem,
Okay, I have some questions about what I know about this, because I'm supposed to be kind of aware of what's going on. Do I know just how nasty that goo is?
it is toxic sludge. To the best of your knowledge, the fabricator notoriously made the most acrid toxic byproducts. It's kind of was part of the end on some level. This ancient piece of human tech that might have brought about some bad repercussions.
Okay, so I take it it's the kind of technology that if we were to, say, blow it up, I would know that that's a very bad idea for everybody in the room, not just who's near it.
Might not be good.
All right, well, there isn't a whole lot I think I can do about Ari. I think I would want to get myself between everybody and the Grogmoggler, so next time it attacks, it would want to get me. So I would want to run in and, like, get its attention.
You use your movement to hop into the fray of chaos as Izzy is pulling back the blade and Gamma is being pulled up. This beast is now kind of arching its back to lift. Very good form, honestly. Kind of an excellent squat going on. Perfect arch back, butt out.
Can I take a swing at his elbow and try and knock Sam down?
Absolutely.
4 and a 2. Whiff.
You aren't successful in hurting it. However, you're right next to it. It does loosen one of its arms on Sam. It does let go one of its 4 arms to grab your weapon. So your weapon is now, as you're trying to knock it, is now grabbed by the Glogmoggler.
Got out there and missed my attack, but all right, cool. I'm happy with this. I got its attention.
Next up, the operator. He uses his turn to press a few buttons. We'll find out what happens next. Ari! Your move speed is not enough anymore. The belt speeds up.
Oh, fucker. Oh my god!
The boxes are about 6 to 7 feet tall.
I'm gonna try to skitter and get on top of it. Could I, like, let it come towards me and, like, use it as leverage to get up?
You won't be able to let it because you are both moving at the same speed. You will have to run towards it.
Which I... Pray for Ari. 6, baby!
Oh!
I jump up, and then an image of a raccoon behind me goes as I land.
You are now attached to the box that is still careening towards the
Okay.
thing, but you have another action because that was just your first one.
I want to collect some goo from the ground, just like a gallon of goo.
We have philosophically decided that waste is goo, so you have control over it if you are successful on your roll.
For the goo! That's a 6! I swear, I'm not lying.
You summon a gallon. Let's go. You summon a gallon of goo.
I am a god of goo.
Now you are on a box careening towards a GameCube with a gallon of goo.
Why did I get this fucking goo?
The Glogmoggler is going to try and cave your ribcage in, Sam. So it is going to press as hard as it can for an attack. Rolled a 6 and a 1. Take a point of damage as you feel one of your ribs crack.
I have armor, so I guess it just crumples a little bit.
Your armor begins to cave in. It's going to use its next turn to continue doing that.
Okay.
It is not successful. The armor seems to have reached a resistance point. Next up is Jordie.
I got shot with something poisonous, and I need to cauterize it. Can I take like a hot hand and just?
Yeah, you can do hot hands. You kind of do this number since both shoulders are hit, and it hurts. It's not like life force draining, but it cauterizes the wounds. Your shoulders are going to be left with these kind of nasty scars.
Oh, my beautiful shoulders.
Adventuring, unfortunately, leaves a mark on us.
Jordie's deep insecurities about her shoulders begin now.
So begins the shoulder arc of Qrpg. You have one more action, though.
Sniper over there taking pot shots at me. I think I'm just gonna go like pew pew at him with little flame bullets from flame fingers.
Your arms, as you lift them, you feel kind of the cracking of the skin that you've just cauterized, and the pain is really intense, and you try and fire off your bolts, but unfortunately they miss and they peter out against the machine itself.
They don't got the juice right now, boys.
Up next is the Glogmoggler. It's going to use its entire move to crangle down the machine. It's going to use the last of it to get right on top of the machine.
Oh, sick.
Next up is Jake.
I want to go for the sniper. I'm going to do a roll, and I got a 5.
That's successful.
I shoot off a B triad at the acid gun.
This is a Robin Hood scenario where you perfectly nail the arrow through the other arrow, but in this instance, it's a triad through the tube of a acid rifle. The acid rifle instantly blocks up the acid exploding into the back and cascading all over the bandit's face. He writhes in pain and he lets out this scream that slowly gargles away as the acid eats out his throat. And
That's
he
for
crumples to
her
the ground,
shoulders!
dead.
For the shoulders.
For Jordie's shoulders.
I whip around and I take a shot at the Glogmoggler. I got a 6.
Precision shot right over the ears of Gamma as you take off one of its ears. It is looking not so great as you have kind of skimmed most of its side of its face off. Nice. Not just its ear. Blood erupts and is now spewing all over anybody close, particularly Gamma Sam. Next up, Hot Bandito. Now things are getting fun. And he leaps into the air. You guys look up, and he is silhouetted just against whatever acid light, and he is holding his pipe wrench as he then cascades down with both hands into the pile of Glogmoggler, Rem, Izzy, and Sam. He does not succeed somehow.
Fucking chomp.
His feet kind of land on the back of the Glogmoggler, and the weapon does follow through, but you are able to move out of the way just in time. The impact leaving a crater in the ground.
Alright, I love this drawing of the raccoon after image.
Very good.
Next up.
I'm going to kick him in the chest and try and dig my claws into his hands.
Fuck yeah. I'd have you do a strength check, but Rem managed to distract one of those arms. So I think that's just enough purchase. That's a success.
Yes!
Yeah, baby.
So Sam, tell me how you kill the Glogmoggler.
Oh, this is a kill. I mean, I just kicked him in the chest and I was trying to take his hand, like
Take the claws like through his hands. I guess I slip and I just go into his head.
Oh, I didn't want to kill him.
I guess it was an accident.
Both of you are surprised, but one of you is thoroughly surprised as
We're
the
all just
Glog
like,
Moggler
Sam, holy shit, dude.
clumps to the ground dead. It lets out this horrid sputtering gurgle as its brain has now been severed from the rest of its body. It twitches as it collapses to the ground, and it drops you. You still got a turn if you want. You still got another action.
Take out my staff and transform it into the two bats. I
Okay.
just take it apart. I just pull it apart. It's connected by barbed wire. And I approach the man.
The man is kind of like settled now, and he is sizing you up. Two titans kind of about to engage in holy combat, and he lets out this furious grin.
This is gonna be so fucking hot, dude.
Finally! I've been meaning to take the big guy on.
Izzy, you're up.
I use a turn to jump, leap off of Sam, like run up Sam, leap up, and then I go, but you gotta face me first, motherfucker! And then I swipe down on Big Man with my
All right,
big
roll
ol'
that attack.
Buster Sword. Let's do it. Oh, come on, baby. Come on, give me a... Fuck! Come on!
He is able to deflect your blow as your blade sinks into the electric part of the blow, his feet cascading against the ground, kicking up dust, and he then whips off the blade and slams it into the ground, and he looks at both of you, he's like,
Then it'll be a fair fight.
Sick!
next up, this bandit is now going to run and pick up his gun.
Oh no, that's bad.
That is 2 actions. He is now equipped. Next up is Rem.
I'm gonna sweep the leg. I'm gonna take the big base and just try and trip a guy. 5 and 6. All right.
5 and 6,
very
almost a crit.
Why is everyone getting 6s but me? This is bullshit. Jordie gets all the compliments on tour. Rem gets all the 6s.
All right.
This
So I
is
do
bullshit thing.
do a little spinny move and like just duck down low and swipe at the ankles.
I'll give you an option. Do you want to do damage or do you want to incapacitate?
I want to incapacitate because we don't know where our shit is.
Him being distracted with 2 people leaves you the perfect opening as you swipe and knock him onto the ground. What do you say?
Oh, jeez. I'm on the spot. What do I say?
That's what you say?
You could say, oh,
Weird.
That's what Rem said.
Have a
What
nice
say?
fall.
yeah.
I don't like that. I don't like that. I say that.
350 pounds of muscle hit the ground.
All right, I'm gonna plant a foot on his chest and I'm gonna tell him to yield.
This is so polite of you. You gotta say some fucked up shit, man.
Yeah, plant a foot on his chest, take the base and like point it at his face and say, "Yield, motherfucker."
We're going to hop back to that. If we come back to his turn, we're going to do something a little strange. But
Okay.
we'll hold on that for a moment because it's all happening. So, Rem, as you are saying yield, you do hear a clicking sound of a gun being loaded.
Yeah, call off your goons and yield.
He pulls your foot in closer and your base.
Whoa.
No.
I like this
You
guy.
hear a gunshot. You take a hit to the chest, or Rem.
All right.
No!
Fortunately, not the heart, and you guys are wearing some armor. So, again, acid. Next shot, if they take it, you will need to stabilize yourself, otherwise the acid will eat through, which is happening now. 3 and a 5, another shot hits the other side. You are now pushed off of the bandit foreman.
Should never have asked him to yield.
Ari,
What's going on over there? Did I hear gunshots? Okay, I want to hop onto this thing as the box goes in. I feel like I should be able to do
Please, God.
okay, the box is mere feet from the processing plant thing this is. The roll now is to which way you escaping? You have 2d6 unless you can flavor it with some sort of spell. You have goo as well. The 5 is successful. The box is eviscerated by the machine as it is plunged in backwards. How do you jump off of this thing?
I want to do a 360 and yell the word 360 as I jump.
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
You guys
360.
look over for a second. It's reeks of Halo 3 voice
Yeah.
chat as
I yell, check this out. I jump.
as you spin and you land right into the very open maws of the Glog Moggler, who
What
is
the
bleeding.
fuck is that thing? Can I wing this goo at this thing?
How does the acid goo gallon destroy it?
Oh. So I'm imagining. So I get up there, it grabs me, I scream, and as I panic, I whip the goo at it, and the acid fills its face through the skull, and it just starts like eating it from the inside, and just like melts from the head down, kind of like Indiana Jones style.
The terrifying part of this thing is as it's doing it, it is still trying to crush you. And until the very end, until just the last second that the acid destroys the brain, it is fought to its last and it collapses to the ground, you surviving by the skin of your raccoon teeth.
Can I vomit?
Vomiting is a free action, I'll say.
Yeah, I'll do
This is the
that.
second time in this adventure.
There's a lot of vomiting that we've asked, so I'm just going to say that one's free. That's your body. You do that.
All the stress just finally came out.
It's the bandit with the gun. He's going to take another shot. He's successful in the shot. He is going to shoot Izzy.
What? Oh, come on. I'm cute.
Oh, never mind.
All right, yeah.
Never
see.
mind, chat. He shoots you. It scrapes your ear. Like, your ear has just been...
Ow.
Your ear is not gone, but the top part of it is. And the acid is starting to sizzle. He's going to take another shot. This time he is going to try and shoot you again, but he misses. You are just in time ducking as another acid bullet whips past you. Next up is Jordie.
The marksman. If I do one marksman and then shoot, is that all in one turn?
Marksman is a focus, so you have to save it for the next turn. So the
Dang
next time
it.
you're up.
I can't wait that long. Okay, I'm just gonna try to get him again. Finger pew pew.
Your pew-pews miss. It's kind of like a moment of like gunfire where he is then ducking behind and then shooting. And that's why he missed Gene on the second shot, is that you were able to at least do cover fire and allow Gene not to lose his entire fucking ear.
Thank you, Jordan.
So, big W on that one. You may not have hit him, but you did suppressive fire, which has him now cowering behind the box with his gun. Next up, Jake Easy.
I would like to do a focus so they can get a marksman shot off of him.
Okay, you're holding your turn then, till the next round.
Oh, is it to the next round?
Focus is... Let me double check.
Just
Focus.
double-
Next test is a success. The next test that we do. So, oh! Okay, let me hop back.
Yeah.
That is different. Jordie, if you use your first action to focus and your second action to shoot, then it is higher chance of success. Would you like to do that?
Yes.
Okay.
Correct answer.
We're going to rewind time. Next up is Jordie. You're going to use your first action here to focus, which allows you, with your marksman ability, to succeed on 3, 4, 5, and 6. Your next action is your shot. Go ahead and roll those dice. It's still 2d6, but you have a lot higher range. There, a 6 and a 5.
Wow!
Let's go.
Fucking money.
Of course it comes now.
Give me
Pew, pew.
the details of how you blow this fucker up.
So he's been like, oh, I'm gonna shoot Gene in the ear. Ha 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 ha.
Yeah.
And I've been like, okay, he's distracted, and I got 2 fingers on this motherfucker, and so I get a like big old blast at him. So I'm mad now, and then I like.
Oh man, that's so fucking cool.
He's pretty dead as his body collapses to the ground. Everybody around you sees this aura of heat and energy just crackling off your body. He is now kind of limping backwards as he crawls backwards. We're now out of an initiative and we're kind of in a free form. And he's crawling backwards.
That's tougher than you look, huh? Guess I shouldn't have left you alive. That's what I get for being nice. What are you gonna do, huh? Better do it now.
Oh,
Where's our engine, dude? Where's our fucking engine?
Give us
Ari
back
runs
our
up
shit.
Ari, do you like, as you say that, you're hopping down from the machine?
Ari, you okay, man?
Where's our fucking engine?
You know, like just throwing up.
What the fuck happened?
You let me live and I'll let you take what's in the storeroom.
I'm like pissed off. Somebody has to hold me back. I'm gonna fucking kill this dude. You stole my engine. You stole our fucking engine, man.
I know the code.
The code. What's the passcode to the thing?
Why would I tell you that right now? It's my only bargaining chip.
Fucking let me at him. I swear to fucking God, I'm gonna kill him.
Stacey, it's okay.
What were you doing here? What's the point of all this?
Money. Power is currency and currency is power.
That's true.
Can you write that down? That's a good lyric.
That's a really good lyric. We're gonna include that. I get really close to his face, and I'm just like, tell us the fucking code, man. Tell us the fucking code, and I'm holding the screensaver over him.
I'll put it in for you. You let me live. That's a deal.
Can I take his weapon?
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh!
You have the single string bass pipe wrench that cackles with blue and green electricity when activated.
Rem's got like
the
5 strings of bass now.
Yeah, you're a bass master. This thing is a heavy weapon. As long as you're proficient with heavy weapons, you can use it. It doesn't do anything particularly special without attunement knowledge, and you wouldn't be able to wield it in the same way that he did. But you might be able to study it and pick some things up.
Study the pipe wrench. Sam, pick him up and let's take him over to the hatch. We'll let him live.
I think we're like evenly sized.
Pick him up.
I try to pick him up. I try to pick him up.
It's a 350-pound deadlift, but you do pick him up.
Okay.
Fireman carry.
Yeah. He's like, I can walk.
Nope.
No, I'm perfectly capable.
Nope.
Nope. You've lost that ability.
You make your way to the southeast across a rickety makeshift bridge underneath a still whirring conveyor belt. The box is now just slamming and cascading against the sides of the machine, going backwards from whence they came, which they should not go that way.
You can keep all this shit. We just want our engine back, man.
He takes his fingerprints and he puts them in a pattern, kind of his first 3 fingers, and he puts them on that blackboard and then turns. He then enters a code. 1, 2, 3, 4, 7.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 7.
I would have never guessed that.
The hatch lets open a hiss, and you hear several layers of unlocked. Cha-chunk, 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 cha-chunk. And the hatch mechanically opens itself.
I'm a man of my word. Now be a people of your word and let me go. You already got me a weapon. I'll be out of your hair.
Do a funny little dance.
What?
Come on.
Do what?
Do a funny little dance. You heard
like
me.
A jig.
Do a jig. Do it slow. Jordie, you burnt Jordie's shoulders.
Yeah.
He
She's
gets
hideous now.
He tries to hit a floss, but he's really just not coordinated at all. So most of his girth kind of just, goes to the left, but his arms are also moving to the left at the same time. He's not really flossing as much as he's gyrating.
Not so
What a
hot
joke.
anymore, is he?
No.
All right. You know what? You can live. Get out of here. Get the fuck out of here.
There is a open hatch in front of you. There is a ladder that descends into a much darker pit.
Let's go.
You descend this ladder. The ladder exits itself in a dark and surprisingly smaller room. The air thick with the scent of oil and rust.
Oh.
The chamber feels claustrophobic and eerily silent. Various scrap metals and salvaged goods litter its corners, casting strange shadows in the dim light that filters down from above. At the center of the room, catching what little light there is, you see your amplifier matrix. Its polished surface gleams, a beacon of hope in this underground lair. As relief washes over you that it's still intact, your eyes are drawn to movement and the shadows behind it. Startled, you freeze as your eyes slowly adjust to the gloom. A figure takes shape in the darkness, slumped against the far wall. It's short, no taller than 4 feet, with a metallic sheen to its surface. As your vision sharpens, you realize its head is in the distinct shape of a bomb. Round, ominous, and fused. The figure's eyes, previously dim and lifeless, suddenly flare. In an instant, they burst to life with a neon blue glow, causing your eyes to carry an afterimage for a few seconds like you've been flashbanged. A low hum begins to emanate from the figure, growing in intensity. Whatever this thing is, robot, cyborg, or something else entirely, you've got its attention now. The air crackles with tension as you stand poised in front of your prized amplifier matrix and this mysterious, potentially dangerous entity. As the hum reaches a feverish pitch, the figure's bomb-shaped head begins to lean slowly towards you, its eyes raising upwards as it meets your gaze. Your heart races as you wonder, could this be the end?
or just the beginning of something far more dangerous? That is the QRPG Session 1.
What is it? Yeah! Oh my god!